Good morning. It is Christmas Day and it is currently 7:38 a.m. I don't even know why I have a bed over there because she doesn't sleep in it. It's gonna just probably become storage. But before I move forward, first let me say God is good. How are you glowing? I hope y'all are glowing well. I'm trying to continue to glow. Merry Christmas. So I'm gonna replace this. I had this with Serenity, and we were in a small space. Like this took up like a lot of space in our last place we were at, and I'm thankful for all of the space that we have now. But I feel like this is very big and bulky for a newborn. So I'm gonna get rid of that and find a bassinet. I'm gonna put a bassinet like right here closer to me, and I think I'm gonna use that space over there. It's like I need a rocking chair in here because so I'm gonna show y'all that, but it's like a gradual thing. I keep telling myself one thing at a time, Crystal. So yeah. But I'm gonna eventually make that space look really nice, and I'm gonna put like a rocking chair over there so I don't always have to be sitting up in the bed because my back and my posture and stuff like that, leaning over trying to feed her, it'll be better just to be able to get up and sit in a chair. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this space over here. But yeah, so it's Christmas. My gift over here. I think she still wants to eat. I just fed her at like 7 o'clock. And I'm probably gonna feed her one more time. I know. I thought she was good. But y'all know how they do. They eat and they want to fall asleep and get all relaxed. And then when you put them down, they want to get all revved up again. And that's what she doing. So we're almost at 1 week of her being home. I gave myself a lot of grace this week by just adjusting, bringing her home, and getting used to everything, allowing my body to rest. I haven't been anywhere in like 2 days since her newborn appointment. So, yeah, because I like automatically want to say, okay, let me start prepping this, prepping that, prepping. But you know what? These were the things that I was supposed to have done before the baby came, you know, a little more organization and stuff like that. But it's all good. I'm going to use next week, well, like starting today here and there as I think about stuff. I'm going to be putting it in a note in my phone, especially morning routines, because with the newborn and the way she feeds, I got to get her on a schedule. Cause my husband got a new job, and the hours are like, it's crazy. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna work mornings out. I figure it out, but make it work with 5 kids. So I know 3 of them can dress themselves. It's just feeding her. So I gotta work on really stay consistent in her feeds and timing it. I think that's really important. I've been working more on I um like latching and getting her to feed really good. So when she does feed, things like this there, I put her down and then she just up again because she want to eat more because she wasn't done, because that'll, you know, kind of throw a lot of things off. So what's this? Headphones. I know where is your. Here it is. I think I hear Serenity. I do. Yeah, my skin been going crazy. So, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I drink a lot of water. I'm trying to make sure, like, I'm finna order these greens that I can drink to help with milk and my skin and stuff like that. What else? Yeah, that's about it. It's Christmas morning. The kids already got all their toys, so I know today they're gonna want to go outside and all that stuff. I'm trying to make it more of a family day and not think so much about everything else today. We did not get to go. We didn't go back home. Not that we didn't get to. I set up this unrealistic expectation of thinking I can have the baby. Wait, let me pause to feed her and I'll be back. Okay, so I set up these unrealistic expectations thinking that I could just have the baby and we jump on the road and go to Florida within the same week of me having her. It's like after I had her, I was like, what in the world? And yesterday I had to check myself and check the guilt because everybody had put this expectation on me of like, Mom, I thought you said we were going home for Christmas. Even my husband was like, we can make it work. You had a baby, we can go. As if like I could just have a baby and life is normal. Even my parents and my sister, I thought y'all said y'all was coming for Christmas. But y'all, what I went through during labor and delivery, my body, I mean, like, it's obvious you can't just go, because when I came home on Tuesday night and then I had to go out the next day to take her to her newborn appointment and I went in a couple stores, I was exhausted by the time I came home and I really put a lot of, like, did too much. So the next day, following day, my body was aching so bad because I dealt with a lot of pelvic pain and just strain on my, my pelvis and stuff like that, especially at the end. So I'm still feeling that pain a little bit. And Thursday, it was horrible. When I was in the hospital, it wasn't so bad. But once I got home, like, my pelvis took a beating during this pregnancy. So I actually, like, some mornings, right now I feel okay, but some mornings, like, I have to get help, like, I bring one leg over off the bed and then I literally have to drag my other leg over because of the pain in my pelvis. So there was no way that we drive, get on the road, go to Florida, and then, I mean, I'm breastfeeding, I'm still adjusting. So to go to my parents' house, be there for a couple days, I would I, it's crazy. So I checked the guilt yesterday around that because I was like, how did this expectation even get on me if we going home for Christmas? We're just not. That's not realistic for us. That's not. We live in Georgia now, so everybody cannot expect that every holiday we're gonna go back home because it's just not gonna work like that. We have to, create our lifestyle. We live here. So every holiday we will not be going back. Um, because next Christmas, if it's the Lord's will, we won't be going to Florida. So, but yeah, nobody seemed to had cared that, and I don't say my kids because they don't understand, but nobody had seemed to care that. I hear Christmas music. That's why I'm pausing. Um, Nobody had seemed to care that either I was struggling in this pregnancy, like, really just having a challenging time, or that like, there was no way that I could have went back home either because I was like experienced a false labor for like 2 weeks before having her. So what I went through in labor and delivery too, I couldn't have imagined going through that, being back in Florida and having a baby there. And not saying that would have happened there, but I had a bad response to the epidural, and I had to get pitocin twice, like the set of pitocin twice. So there was no way. So I checked the guilt at the door. And I'm gonna talk more about that because I'm kind of like, I like to keep track of the mental and emotional stuff that I experience that I feel like puts me in a place. And then when I check it, I deal with it. And I'm so thankful for that type of growth because nobody finna make me feel guilty about anything. But it's Christmas music. So, and even like with like, if you notice, over here, like my mouth was super swole in the hospital because all of that medicine and with my body, I gave birth, and I got all this blood pressure medicine, I got all this pitocin, I got the epidural medicine. Uh, my body was just flushed with medicine, and then I'm giving birth. My body was just like, girl, no. So it flared up a bad tooth that I have. And so imagine the next morning after giving birth, now I have a horrible toothache. The 2 days I was in the hospital, then my face swelled, like my face swelled up. So the swelling is finally going down, and the tooth is like, the pain isn't really there, but it's still swole. So I know that one of my goals for by my birthday is to get like my dental work all the way done. And I'm like, Lord, make way. Because I still got that. It's not as bad for sure. Um, so there was just no way I could go back home and travel and try to meet this expectation. I probably would have did so much to my body physically, like it would have made no sense at all. And I would have been useless to everybody. Exhausted, breastfeed. Anyway, so Merry Christmas. That's my Christmas gift to myself. It's like my emotional and mental awareness, praying, constantly talking to God, constantly checking myself, constantly allowing God to speak to me and check me. as I go through these different stages in life, these different transitions, because obviously this is another transition in life right now. I just gave birth to my fifth child. So now I'm a mom of five kids, and now I have to adjust to being a mom of five. So, like, I need the grace of God. Like, I'm not about to stress out. I don't need to be depressed. I don't need to um, be frustrated, because I'm dealing with frustration too in certain areas, and um, it's a learning lesson. But I'm like, God, in this transition, um, teach me how to wait well, um, and just check my heart if I'm going through something and I just don't see it, or I'm going through something again and I realize it. God, help me to find a solution. I don't want to be just, oh, woe is me, and like self pity, because I used to do that. I wanted people to notice me and hear me, like, especially my husband. Like, I'm going through this. Don't you see me? So I have to learn to deal with these things by myself. I'm definitely going to start therapy again next month. Mm, um, I'm going back to therapy, and yeah, because I have to keep myself in check, because there's just a lot of transitions going on right now. Y'all look at my face. Like, it feels so, it's really like, it was worse. I think the last of it is going away. And I can't take antibiotics, like just no more medicine. I've been taking like one Motrin a day. So that's how bad the swelling was on this side of my face. Like, I almost feel like, I'm checking myself too. So I'm like, make sure I still can use all of this, my nerves, move my mouth, because that's what started with my husband when he got Bell's palsy, and I bind that in the name of Jesus. So yeah. So she's done eating. I'm about to get up, go take a shower like I usually do. I need to journal and write. I've been feeling that. So I'm gonna probably try to do that really quick. And that's it, y'all. I'm gonna keep this separate from the rest of the Christmas Day vlogging, or whatever I catch today for Christmas. I'm just gonna see if the kids wanna watch Christmas movies, and we play some Christmas music, and we drink hot chocolate, and I got marshmallows in there, and maybe we can do some s'mores. I don't have, oh yeah, we got some chocolate chips in there, so maybe we can do s'mores today and stuff like that. No stressing, no worry today, no any of that. So